Do you know what's funnier than the Big Bang Theory show? The Big Bang Theory Bloopers. So prepare yourselves, because this video will make your day.
What?
Penny and Sheldon for life. Although they weren't a romantic couple, this duo was the favorite for most fans of the show. They even had their own nickname, Shenny. And it's no wonder fans love them so much together. After all, Shenny's chemistry has always been amazing. Just like their characters, the actors were friends and shared many laughs on the set.
If you can't get me to stop eating your food, but make sure that you can get me to stop eating your Wi-Fi. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
The cheapest car.
The worst car.
They accepted each other's mistakes.
Big ol' Big ol' fat.
Each other's quirks.
I have a problem.
It's called...
Yes, I do.
And they understood one another with no words. Shenny's bond was very special, but of course, fans always rooted for Penny and Leonard.
Then I realized I'm passionate about you.
Don't stop it.
And we all loved seeing Sheldon and Amy together.
You control yourself. What the hell's the matter with you?
By the way, did you know a fun fact about this scene?
Oh my.
Sorry.
Initially, the spanking was supposed to happen off camera, but they decided to film it at the last moment.
Oh,
Sorry.
And we're moving on to another couple of friends whom everyone adored as well. Simon and Kunal, bros IRL. It's always been a lot of fun to observe their bromance on the show.
Let me take you someplace nice.
And it looks like the two actors loved portraying the special relationship between their characters.
Hugged you? How'd she hug you?
This hug lasted a long time. Sometimes, Simon and Kunal messed up their lines just because they looked at each other.
I never have anything to say to that guy. I'm gonna kill you.
And then it was Kunal's turn to break character.
You know what I saw you do today?
As another part of their behind-the-scenes fun, Simon would do impressions of Kunal.
Dude, it was so yum. Oh my, the buffalo sauce.
And he made his co-star laugh so much he cried.
That's really good. That is.
It's also funny how Kunal could laugh at himself and his accent.
Figured it approached statistical certainty. I gotta say that again. What?
But do you know what's better than Simon and Kunal? It's the two of them joined by Johnny Galecki.
Yeah, this is nice.
Munch, girl, Munch! Our favorite gang ate quite a lot in the show, so you probably wondered how they filmed those scenes.
Mouthful of food. Let me I'm sorry. They don't feed us here.
Johnny was just messing around. In fact, the food in the show was always real, and it was actually very good. Sometimes it was so delicious, the actors forgot that they were on the job.
This soup is too good, man. I can't focus.
it's okay. This tastes so good.
All of it was cooked by the show's prop master, Scott London. The guy loves making food, and even dreamed of being a chef when he was younger. So the showrunners offered him a chance to realize his dream and become their on-set chef. London's cooking was so good that the cast couldn't help but eat it during filming, which ruined quite a few takes.
Let this kid get to you. What about a mouthful of rice?
We make...
You're right. I'm sorry about yesterday.
So they made a rule to avoid eating on the set. And if you were attentive enough, you could see that most of the time, the guys were just stirring the food on their plates with their forks.
But we don't really have time to eat it in this scene, unless it's really good.
But despite everything, one actor always snuck in a bite or two. It was Cuoco. The actress once shared that she was probably the only one actually eating the food despite the rule. She even admitted to saving her appetite before shooting those scenes.
Well, they should. Yeah. Oh, look who they got this year. Andy Sale.
And after filming was over, Kaylee was always the first one to start munching on the leftovers. If you say that you wouldn't want to be in her place, I will never believe you. But some of her co-stars didn't seem to have such a carefree time. Nothing like Sheldon. When we watched The Big Bang Theory, it seemed as if it was all happening in real life, as if we were really observing a group of scientists and their everyday issues. That's how good the actors were. But in fact,
All right, we're not all really nerds.
only Mayim Bialik is actually a scientist. Everyone else was just learning their lines, and not always successfully.
None of this would be happening. No. Oh, God.
Jim Parsons, for one, failed his science class when he was at school. So it's no wonder that sometimes he needed like a dozen takes to shoot one line correctly.
Their experiment on kaon decay supported our something.
Come on, Jim, you can do it!
Their experiment on kaon decay supported our... I don't remember the word.
Wait, cause it gets worse.
Okay.
If only Sheldon was real and saw this struggle, he'd be so annoyed that someone couldn't say the scientific jargon correctly. And he'd certainly get angry that his 3D chess got broken.
Interesting. Uh-oh.
Forgive me for bursting your bubble, but Jim isn't only bad at science and 3D chess. He also doesn't like science fiction and has never seen a single episode of Star Trek. The actor even gets embarrassed when fans try to discuss the series with him because he knows nothing about it.
But if your research, if it's gonna be... Oh, man.
But we shouldn't give the guy a hard time for not being like Sheldon in real life. After all, he did a brilliant job portraying him.
I'll keep you all night if I have to.
And most of the stuff Jim had to learn for the role was actually pretty hard. Do you remember rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock?
Lizard eats paper. Paper, oh gosh, I messed up. Oh.
Let's try again.
Lizard eats paper. Paper,
Yeah, he almost did it. But tell me, how many of you would be able to say all that on your first try? And let's be fair, Jim wasn't the only one messing up his lines. All of his co-stars were guilty of it. A bit of goof never hurts. When it comes to Johnny Galecki, he didn't forget his lines too often. But for some reason, he had trouble saying them correctly.
See, it's Papa.
Even when he didn't have to say anything too complex.
That's an anthropologist. The only father. Let me start that again.
It seemed as if he was saying a tongue twister.
Not the kind of illness that will make her want to.
Yet, he always remained a professional.
Are you aware that your sister is an
And that's why we love him so much.
You'd have a better. Let me try that in English.
But sometimes, Johnny got fed up with his inarticulate speech, and he even came up with a very special swear word.
Sheldon doesn't have a drug to. Balls. You would rather lose by yourself than win being part of balls.
His co-stars later borrowed it as well.
There's no symposium. Leonard. Balls!
Balls, the key word is balls.
And one more thing Johnny liked to do on the set was mess around with his colleagues. For example, he once asked Penny a question that she couldn't answer.
What's your last name?
I don't know!
It's clear that Johnny loved being on the show. In fact, he enjoyed it so much that he had trouble saying this simple line.
I'm not really loving my work right now.
Working on The Big Bang was certainly the best for the entire cast, and not only for the main actors. The guest star slip-ups. Although most of them were more experienced actors than the main cast, they also made mistakes.
Sorry.
No.
And forgot what they were supposed to say.
No message. No note. No line.
Yeah, even the all-beloved Kathy Bates isn't always perfect.
Just wake me up when it's over.
Although she's still a star.
I always dreamed of working with Kathy Bates.
Bite me!
Just like this guy who knows that he was an indispensable part of the show.
Yeah, this scene really doesn't get going until I leave.
And we certainly can't forget Stuart.
Actually, I own my. Sorry, I should have.
If you're ready to keep learning more about your favorite show, watch this video about the cast's best and least favorite moments.
Support OSSA by sending a super thanks. Just click on the thanks button under the video and choose an amount to donate. Stay awesome, and remember, we value each one of you.
And, as always, stay awesome.